Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Most from calmandcode.com. Today I'm gonna teach you how you can create a loading pop-up window in Ionic. But before we get started, make sure to subscribe so that you get notified whenever I upload a new video. So let's get started. So creating loading window, a pop-up window is very important, especially when the user logs in. You might want to show them that something is happening behind the scenes. You are authenticating them, or maybe in a transition from one page to another, it's important to display the loading so that the user knows that something is happening and doesn't get frustrated, because users these days want the app to be very fast, and we need to inform them that it's something is loading. We are doing something behind the scenes. So in order to create a window like this, a pop-up window in Ionic, I'm going to show you the example with a button. And of course, you can use it in any part of your application. So for example, we have here a button and it just says here, click me. So I'm going to add a click event, click, and let's create the function. The function, let's name it pop up. And in the home.ts, let's create the pop-up function. Here, I'm gonna create it, pop up. And if you don't know about click events, you can go back and watch these videos in my channel. But here we have this function, and this function will display the loading pop-up window. So what I'm going to do here is that I'm going to use the loading controller. So you need to import the loading controller in the from the Ionic Angular. Import and then pass the loading controller from the Ionic Angular. And of course, you need to inject it into the constructor. So here in the constructor, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to pass it. Let's pass it here, public, and then loading controller, CTRL, and colon, and then loading controller. So make sure you inject it into the constructor, and then in the pop-up we can use it. Let's use it. So in order to use it, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to use this keyword, and then dot, and then loading controller, and then dot create. This function will create the loading pop-up window, and it takes an object, and inside that object we have two attributes: the content, what we want to display. Maybe we want to display loading and three dots, and the other attribute is the duration. How long do you want this pop-up window to be displayed? How long? Maybe 3 seconds, 4 seconds, it depends. Let's say we want to display it for 5 seconds. So I'm gonna pass 5,000, which means 5 seconds. And then finally we need to display it. If you just use this, it's not going to work. You need to use the present function in order for this pop-up window to be displayed. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to store this into a local variable called loader, and then I'm going to use the loader here, loader, and then dot present. That way it's going to be displayed. So now let's save everything and test. Ionic, serve, and hit enter. So now, as you can see, we have this button. It's going to display this pop-up window with loading, and it's going to remain for only 5 seconds. Let's click again. As you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Almost 5. Once the 5 seconds finish, it will be gone. So this is how you can use the loader or the loading controller in Ionic to display a pop-up loading window. So that's it for this tutorial. If you like this video, share, like, and subscribe. And if you want to create a complete Instagram-like application using Ionic, I have created a complete course that will teach you how to do so. So that's it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you later.